Hi guys, I'm Mike Power from Cambridge Sports Massage. Today I'm going to just give you some hints and tips in this video on how to combat adaptive shortening and how to improve your posture, especially in the shoulders and the hips, and give you some ideas on longer term why these postural problems seem to happen and how you can then combat kind of back pain, neck pain, and those common things that people tend to get. So first thing we're going to look at is adaptive shortening itself is where the muscles and the fascia, which is the connective tissue that links all of our joints and muscles throughout our body, becomes shortened and tightened into the position it's put into the most. So an easy way to think about it is if you're sitting at a desk for long periods of time, your body will make that position more comfortable for you. It's just an adaptation system that our body has. Our body's a master adapter, and it's actually very good at adapting, which can sometimes be a negative thing. In this case, your body will make you better at sitting down for long periods of time. So when you do sit down for long periods of time, there's groups of muscles and fascial connections, as I just talked about, that can actually shorten and stiffen to make that position more comfortable for you. A good way to give an example of how your body prefers to move and prefers to be more open and have a better body position is if you do a long journey and you're not normally used to doing that. So I don't normally drive for long periods of time, but your body, and I know feeling myself, if I drove for 4 hours, for example, when you get out, your body is desperate to move. So you tend to naturally start doing all these rotations and big movements, and you make these noises where it shows your body actually wants to free up the fascia and free up all those connections and the muscles through the body. But what tends to happen is people can, a lot of times, get used to that position, and then they can actually sit down for 4 hours, 5 hours, 8 hours at work in front of a laptop or whatever it might be. So that shows that your body has actually now adapted to make you better at sitting down for longer periods of time. So to combat that, we need to stop this adaptive shortening actually taking place. And a really good tool or a good method of preventing that is something called dynamic mobility or active stretching, basically, active mobility. And what you're actually doing is you're going to lengthen the shortened areas. So in the example I'm going to show you in a second, we're looking at the rounded shoulder position and the forward head carriage that tends to come with being on computers and having that seated posture for a long period of time. So we're going to lengthen these shortened areas around the front of the shoulder joint, coming down into the pecs, round in front of the arm and shoulder where they've become rounded. Okay, lengthen those, and actually strengthen the muscles that pull the shoulder blade back and down. Okay, you can do that in the same move. So you're going to open out one muscle group and one fascial connection, and you're going to then squeeze and pull and contract the correct muscles that should be doing a better job. So you're going to slightly strengthen those as well as lengthening these. Because overall with posture, you can get in, to pretty much some quite deep biomechanics and things like that. But an overriding thought, or overriding factor to remember is if something's too tight, lengthen it, and if something's too weak, strengthen it. So the battle really is just knowing what's tight and knowing what's weak. So that's something you can do in a quick postural assessment. Cambridge Sports Massage, in 4 weeks we've got a big postural seminar, postural analysis day. You can click on the link and jump on that, and we go through all those different ways of doing it quite simply. But generally most people have the similar problems of the shoulders, the hips being tight and flexed forward. So there is real common factors you can work with. So combating adaptive shortening with some dynamic mobility. We'll grab a band, okay, and I'll show you how to work on this tight area around the front of the shoulder and prevent that rounding of the shoulders. So I'm going to stand up, hips nice and wide, so I'm taking a split stance. So I've got one leg in front of the other, as you can see there, and then I'm just going to let the band come down to one side. I'm holding it round on my hip there, nice and tight. And it's a light band, really light resistance. The point is not to put too much weight through it. It's more about movements and improving those movement patterns through the body. So I'm going to turn my hand down and in, keep that solid posture, pull that chin back and in, okay, get the deep neck flexors working, which is again to prevent that forward head carriage. And then we're just going to turn, open out the body. I'm actually using my hips as an anchor. I'm turning my hips the other way, drawing that chin back and in, open the body out. As you see, I've got quite good range of motion here. I tend to do this one quite a bit, but you'll generally find an average person will get to about kind of level with the shoulder, and it will be quite restricted. Okay, so the point is to try and actually open the hand out and turn the front back. It's called external rotation of the shoulder. We're actually looking to try and open out that shoulder joint. So without the band, it would look like that, and you pull that thumb. You see my thumb drops in, we turn and rotate. Okay, do maybe 6 to 8 reps, but the key is to actually hold it in that position to allow the fascia to get some more mobility. Okay, so come out, turn, a little hold, trying to lengthen that movement, and there as well. Okay, so that's a dynamic mobility using a band. Okay, there's a variety of those to do. The main thing to remember is you're looking at movements, improving range of motion, correcting the muscles that are weak, but with a bit of strengthening, nothing too drastic, but also lengthening out and making the tight, adaptively shortened muscles more mobile. Okay, so if you want more information, you can jump on our website, www.camsportsmassage.com, and hopefully we'll see you at a posture seminar soon.